Good evening, world.
Good evening, world. We're going to the beach to see the moonlight.
So I started tonight's night vlog with the best of intentions. I saw the moonlight outside and I thought, I've got to take the family down to the beach to enjoy this beautiful scenery while we're still living in this area. Unfortunately, all the audio from that video is completely messed up. There was something wrong with the wire on our microphone, but the footage was so beautiful that I didn't want to lose it. So I've come out here now. This is me from the future. I was editing the video, it's now past midnight, but I've come out to just record my voice in the same setting so you can hear what we were thinking about, what we were talking about when we actually made this video. So the thing that I was really moved by tonight was that you don't really see many vlogs like this in the Philippines, filmed at night time down by the beach. Most of your usual travel vlogs are going to be about places that people are going to, boats and trains and buses that you get on, information about the journey along the way. But to actually come and appreciate this stunning scenery in the night time is not something you often see on YouTube. And we're not going to often be in this environment once we move from this house in maybe a year's time. So this camera that I'm using right now was a gift from Sacha. She bought it for me like 2 Christmases ago. It's like my dream camera, and the reason why it was my dream camera is because it films very, very good low light footage. Microphone is a different story, but let's not talk about that anymore. It was actually way past Story's bedtime when we came down to the beach, but it was such a nice experience to just enjoy the cool breeze. So much wind and so much breeze coming through, it was really cool. I actually felt like I could have done with a cardigan. Sacha was up at the house cooking dinner while we were down watching the moonrise. There were a couple of fishermen out and about doing some crabbing. You could see some flashlights over by the sea, but for me it was more about just seeing that moonlight hitting the sea and spending some time with Story, showing her something unusual. How often do you get to go down to a private beach in the middle of the night, not have to worry about your safety, not have to worry about having to pay entry or some kind of national park fee? This is home and it's really special, and you definitely don't see stuff like this in the Philippines. You don't see videos like this being made very often, so I kind of wanted to fill this gap while we have this opportunity, while we have this equipment, to be able to hear these sounds, to be able to see these sights. It's something that we're going to look back on in the future with real fondness. No music, I just want to hear the sounds of the outdoors. I want to know what was going on in this point in time. I'm never going to be this age again. Story is never going to be this age again, and it's like very important to me to freeze these moments in time so that we won't have any regrets when we get older and things have changed massively. Right now, Story is full of wonder at everything. She's still so young, and I'm so grateful that we get to spend so much time with her. Day and night, we are always on little adventures together. It's so fantastic, and actually moves my heart to actually think about how lucky we are to have built this world where we can do this with her. And it's little tiny moments like this that we are going to treasure forever. Technology has changed massively over the years for us to be able to capture things in these ways. And so I want to take advantage of that where possible. I wasn't actually sure if Sacha was going to join us down by the beach because she was way in the middle of cooking dinner and it was already getting quite late. But she brought Poppy down, which I'm really glad about because I haven't actually seen Poppy in the moonlight by the beach. Hey Poppy! I actually took the opportunity to grab some photos of her too because, again, Poppy's not going to be this age forever and we're not going to be living in this environment forever. And this is where we found her. This home, this house is where she found us. She turned up here looking for a home and we gave her one. So this is a special place for her and for us, and now being able to record that in these kind of conditions is really special. Nice temperature. When Story was sitting up on her little tree bridge, as she calls it, she asked me if I could record her singing. And this is something that Story's really been getting into lately. Her singing voice is improving massively as she's getting older, and she wanted to just kind of make up an impromptu song. And so I stood there for a few minutes just recording her singing. Unfortunately, you can't hear much of the audio because of the microphone, but we are noticing that she does love music. and I will be recording more of Story's singing voice in the future, because who knows what will come of it. Story is a beautiful little kid. She really has changed our lives in so many good ways, and recording her little songs while she's this age is going to be something again that we treasure for a lifetime. As Sacha and I were watching the Moonlight and we were doing our outro speech for the vlog, I was basically saying how it's so amazing how I feel totally safe here. We live like on a remote island in the Philippines. You know, if you look on a map, you wouldn't really take notice of this little place, and yet I feel so comfortable here. I don't have to worry about my safety. It's just like so beautiful, and we're in a place that British people would probably avoid because it's in the region of Mindanao, which has a bad reputation, and yet here we are enjoying probably our best life ever. So I've re-recorded this so that we can keep this footage. I really didn't want to lose it just because of the bad audio. I hope you guys can understand. It's getting very late, so I'm going to head back into the house, and I hope you enjoyed this. See you in the next one. Bye.